All right, in this video, we're going to take a look at lattices. What the heck are lattices exactly? Lattices basically allow for you to deform your mesh, and this allows for squashing and stretching. And no, we are not going to squash the squash and stretch our little guy right here. We're going to squash and stretch a ball that he kicks because, like I said, he's too happy. It's actually pent-up anger in his happiness right now. And so we're going to go ahead and do just that. Let's go ahead and go to where he's done walking. We're going to hit Shift, add in a Mesh U sphere, and this will be our ball. Go ahead and hit GZ and Y and bring it forward, and then, click Shield. Smooth. All right, I'm going to bring it right about there. And we want to make him kick the ball once he reaches where the ball is now. Yeah, I'm going to make the ball pretty big like that. I'm just going to leave it to that size. All right, so now let's see how this goes. So he walks up to it, pauses quickly. I kind of want him to look down at the ball. So I'm frame 50 when he's done walking. Let's actually go to frame 55, give him a little bit more time. And right here with his head, it's like the head and hit eye location rotation scale on frame 55. Let's go to frame 65. So I had 10 frames are X and make him look down at the ball, and it's so cute. Make him look down at the ball like that eye location rotation scale. So now let's see what that looks like. He walks up to it and looks down at it. It's so cute. All right. And that right here on frame. Let's go to frame 70 because, again, I want to give him a little bit of time to still look at the ball. We're going to go to frame 70 and hit our location rotation scale. And now you could see one thing right here, an orange line between these two keyframes. And this basically means, for example, right here there's no orange line, and right here there's an orange line. The orange line basically means that this keyframe and this keyframe are exactly the same, and there's no movement or no differentiation in between. Now, if we were to hit R and add in a keyframe in between eye location, rotation, scale, you could see it breaks it up because now there's a different keyframe in between unguessed, like that keyframe and X, and delete it. All right, so he's like that. And from frame 65 to 70, he's right there now with this leg because it's going to be kicking the ball. We actually are going to remove the cycles modifier from it because you could see right here, if we insert a keyframe on this, then the leg becomes a dead pirate's leg, and it doesn't move at all because the cycles modifier is basically cycling this right here, which is basically nothing. It's the same frame for frame 20 to frame 60 or whatnot. Okay, go ahead and delete this keyframe that inserted. Let's go to the graph editor quickly. So, graph editor, and right here once again, hit the key to bring up the properties, go to modifiers, and we're going to delete these cycles. Modifier for only that leg. All right, I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. And then, with these keyframes right here, with only that leg selected, we're going to select all these right here. And once again, frame 1 and frame 20 is the same, so keep that in mind. We don't need to select the first frame, actually, since they are the same now. I'm going to hit B box. Select all these right here except for frame 1, because frame 1 and 20 are the same. I'm going to hit Shift and copy these over to frame 25 right there, and let's see what that gives us quickly. All right, cool. And then we need to do it one more time. Shift-E, copy it to frame 45, and there we go. So he's walking, and then we see that we need to stop it right there because we have too many frames. Let's select these last two keyframes X and delete the keyframes. All right, let's make sure that all works good. Sweet. And this is only because we're going to be animating this, and the cycles modifier is not really intuitive when you're going to be animating something after doing something else. So on frame 50, once again, he looks down. Let's see what friend this goes to frame 7 on frame 70. I want to select the leg hit eye location rotation scale. This tells Blender that from frame 50 to frame 70, the leg stays there, and then all of a sudden on frame 75, we're going to hit our X and rotate it on the X axis and hit our location rotation scale. Let's see what that gives us right there. Looks down, boom, kicks it, sweet. So now he kicks the ball, and for the rest with the ball, we're going to have to animate the ball now. So with the ball, let's go to frame 70 before he kicks. It hits eye location rotation scale, and then off frame 17. Let's go hit 3 to go inside of you and hit Jesus and bring it to, let's say, right about here and hit it. Location, rotation, scale. Now, if we play that boom, however, you can see one thing, that when he kicks it, the ball starts to go before he's even touched the ball, which is not good. So what we want to do is copy this frame on frame 70, where the ball is still here, and we're going to hit Shift and copy it over a couple frames so that it stays in that spot until let's move it ahead. One more frame, stays in that spot until he actually makes contact with it right there. So just like that, and boom, he kicks it, boom, and then we could extend this frame at frame 75. Let's go ahead and extend it to frame 80 maybe. And that's a little bit too slow. So let's bring it to frame. Right here, let's bring it to like frame 78 or so. So like that. Boom, and he kicks it. All right, sweet. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to make the ball hit a wall. We're going to, like, the plan is to scale it up. And then what? The plane selected. Let's hit 3 on the numpad, Shift to copy it, bring it here, and hit our 90 to rotate it 90 degrees. And let's put it here. Poor cube guy, he's going to get hit back in the face with a ball. So again, the ball is going to go here. Right around there, let's make sure that the wall is touching the ball slightly, and then 3 to go on the side view with the ball selected. Once it hits the wall frame 78, we're going to go ahead to frame again. You don't have to go to the exact frame. You could go further frame or sooner or earlier frame if you want. I'm just going to go to frame 84 for now. Hit G and the ball's going to go back and hit him in the face right there and hit it. Location, rotation, scale. So let's see what that gives us. Burma. This is abusive, so boom, boom. And now what we want to do is right here, we want to animate his head so that he's looking up in shock. So when the ball hits, when he kicks the ball, we can see we have a keyframe here. I want his head to start going up as he kicks the ball. So about frame 76, I'm going to hit our X and bring it up. Eye location, rotation, scale. Let's see what that looks like. So even he kicks it, and then when the ball hits his head, I'm going to go, well, the ball's not hitting his head anymore because we rotated it up. So we need to select the ball, go to where it hits his head, and hit G. And make it go into his head a little bit. Eye location, rotation, scale, and then go over here to where it hits his head or right before it hits his head. So from 83, right before it hits his head, hit eye location, rotation, scale. And we're telling Blender that we want his head to go from here to go up, and then right here it's going to stay in the same position. And then let's go ahead to frame 1 to 3 and hit our X. And we're going to make his head go back because he just got hit by the ball location, rotation, scale. So boom, boom, boom. And of course we want the ball to drop down after that. So with the ball selected right here, as soon as it hits his head, we're then going to hit go ahead a couple frames. And again, we could do this with something called rigid body physics. But from now, I want to animate everything just to show you. And you go to frame 3, side view, hit 3 on the numpad, and go ahead a couple frames. And we're just going to bring this back down, and this is more of a cartoonish. Balance and hit in the face, eye location, rotation, scale. So what that should look like is that, and then it goes back down, and of course we're going to make him fall when he gets hit in the face. So last thing to make him fall when he gets hit in the face. Also, let's put his leg down because right now he's ballerina man or doing the tree pose, some yoga stuff. So with the leg selected, it goes up there. And then after here, let's go ahead a couple frames and hit our X and rotate it back down and hit location rotation scale so that now it goes up, down, boom. And now, to make him fall, all we're going to do is select the empty. Let's go see where his head goes back. So right around here, when his head starts to go back, I'm going to go to frame 84, select the empty hit eye location rotation scale, and then go forward a couple frames to frame 88 or so. And actually, let's go further. Let's go to 90 for now. We could always move it going to side view and hit our MO, and let's make them fall. Make sure that he doesn't go through the floor. So I'm going to hit. Let's go. Let's hit that. Let's make him flat like that. So his body is flat on the y-axis, and I'm going to hit GZ to bring it up. And make the body flat against the floor. And actually, it's going to have to be the head flat against the floor because we're going to adjust the head. So make sure that the head can be, or actually will have his head going forward a little bit. So for now, I'm just going to say location, rotation, scale. Let's see what that looks like. So evil for laughing at this. All right. It's so cute, yet so sad. And with the head, we want it to go back forward a little bit. So right here, right after 86, let's go to frame 90. Where is when he stops falling in RX? And we're going to bring it just back straight to about there. And our location, rotation, scale. And now we need to just adjust the falling of the body right here. So his head is not going through the floor song and GZ and bring it up. And I'm going to hit RX. And I'm going to make him actually kind of more diagonals so that the body and the head is touching the floor a little bit, so like that, and hit eye location, rotation, scale. And he's still smiling throughout all this brilliance. All right, let's see what that looks like. Kickball. And I think I want him to fall just on his head because I think that would look better. Our X. Inside view, make sure his head is flush against the UI axis and then just GZ and like that, and location, rotation, scale. I think that will look a little more comedic. And then we can make them like kick his legs a little bit because he fell. All right, let's let this play again from the beginning. It's about to loop. Did it to kick. All right, let's continue on the next video. We're going to see, we didn't see how to add lattices in this video because we had too much animating. But in the next video, we're going to polish up a little bit. The animation, make him kick his legs, adding a lattice to the ball, and we'll almost be done with our first animation for this course. So with that, let's save this file. Save as a name this character, 6 seats, and French. There we go. I'll teach you guys French as well. All right. See you in the next 1 hour from now of